Okay, so, I'm sure everyone already knows what Cinder is, and that it's basically just a copy of Fer.al, and that it's basically just, you know, uses NFTs for the avatar thing, or your avatars and whatever, so you can basically play as your NFTs there, I guess. Yeah, that's just like basic whatever that I'm sure everyone knows if you've ever heard of Cinder. And this might be kind of a long video just because I wanted to kind of, you know, talk about quite a few things, and there was a live stream that Clark Stacy did with a couple other people. So it was Clark Stacy and then one of the other people that worked at WildWorks, and one of the, like, some other person that worked for this one thing that you can, it's basically a site where you buy NFTs, I guess. And then for Cinder, it's you buy this NFT and then you can connect your thing to the Cinder or whatever, and then you can play it as the NFT and whatever. That's kind of what that whole whatever is. And depending on when I put this video out, I think I should have this video out like maybe the day after or whatever of that live stream. But, you know, that live stream was like, I don't know, like yesterday, or should have been like yesterday, depending on when you see this video. But yeah, so you know, just whatever the, but yeah, I'm gonna be going through some of the stuff that they said in that live stream, and then some other stuff too, and just like talk about Cinder, Fer.al, and I might mention Animal Jam and whatever here and there. But yeah, so I guess the first whatever is just like, Cinder's just a copy of Fer.al. Everyone knows that, everyone can see that by the gameplay that you see going in the background of this video. Is it's basically just Fer.al, but slightly, like, all they did was they took Fer.al's code and everything and whatever, made a copy of it, slightly altered a couple things here and there, and then that's it. So it's literally just a copy of Fer.al. And Cinder's just a pay-to-play version of Fer.al. So Fer.al's free. You can buy Sparks and whatever, but you know, you can play Fer.al for free, and then you can also get Sparks for free, so you don't have to pay, and you can just, you know, gain enough Sparks to later use for avatars and dens and clothing items and stuff, and den items and whatever. And then Cinder also kind of gets into the other thing. You have to, like, for the whitelist, the people on the whitelist, they have to pay $150, and then people who are not on the whitelist have to pay $200 for, you know, shitty looking NFT avatar. And yeah, it's like, you know, they have to pay like hundreds of dollars for one game, and also they're paying $150 or $200 for a game that doesn't even really have anything. Like, there's like no gameplay, there's no mini games, there's no challenges, and also I think the Cinder community was like complaining about how there's no gameplay, and it's just like, you know, they did say in the live stream that they're gonna have more like gameplay and challenges and stuff, but also with that, it's like they only had Shattered Bay as an area for you to sit in. They didn't have Fer City or whatever. They didn't have Blood Tundra. They didn't have, you know, any other area on the map open. It was literally just Shattered Bay. They called it like Trading Port or whatever, which I guess is probably another name for the Shattered Bay thing. But like, I guess that's one of the only few small changes that they made to Cinder from Fer.al, because Fer.al is called Shattered Bay, and then in Cinder it's just Trading Port, which, I mean, you know, in Fer.al it is a trading port, so like, you know, what's the difference there? It's literally the same fucking game. But yeah, it's just, what the fuck? I don't understand why they couldn't just, you know, whatever. Also, with the live stream, they, you know, obviously dislikes are turned off because YouTube did that. And then they only had like 30 or a little more than 30 likes on that stream. Someone actually posted a screenshot of the live stream thing in the Fer.al Discord, and they only had like, I don't know, they had like 33 likes when I saw it, and then the other person, when they posted a screenshot in the Fer.al Discord, I guess they had whatever extension thing to show dislikes, and so of course it was like 33 likes and then like 100 and something dislikes, so, you know, not everyone's really liking it. Only 30, a little more than 30 people liked the video or the live stream, so, you know. Yeah, but definitely a dedicated fan base, right? You know, it's not like you already had a dedicated fan base for Animal Jam Classic, which you abandoned, or for Fer.al, which again you abandoned, so yeah. But yeah, that's also another thing, is like they literally abandoned the Animal Jam Classic community and the Fer.al community. It's like the Animal Jam Classic, like that had been going good for like how many years, and then they just dropped it like that. They literally just dropped it. Like, what the fuck? And then Fer.al, like, they were working on it for like, I don't know, a couple months, and then they're just, you know, like, I don't understand. Like, how do you just be like, you know, hey, this is, like, for Animal Jam Classic, it's like, hey, this is one of our biggest games. Let's basically fuck ourselves over and, you know, abandon the player base and not update the game. The only updates that happen in Animal Jam Classic are, like, seasonal things, and it's just, like, basically reruns. Kind of like, I mean, that's not really the right word, but for TV shows, reruns are just, you know, they play previous episodes from previous seasons. It's basically like that. So they're putting seasonal things and items and everything in Animal Jam Classic. So it like seems like it's being updated, but like it's not. It's literally just the same stuff over and over again. Same items, same events, whatever. Like, they're not doing anything with Animal Jam Classic. And then Fer.al, it was like, hey, here's like, I don't know. Maybe it was fine for like a year and a half or something. There's like a pretty good fan base for that game, and they're just, okay, bye. Like, they didn't update it after like a while. Like, they didn't care about it after however long, and it's sad. It's just like, it's probably just gonna be the same thing as Animal Jam Classic, where it's just same updates of like basic seasonal events and stuff and whatever, so, and then like they're just gonna recycle, like, oh hey, here's new clothing items, here's new den items, and like they're not actually new, they're just from like a few months ago or something. So, you know, that sucks, right? And then also it's like, for Cinder, you give them money and it generates whatever thing for you to play as, but you can't, I don't think you can customize it. It didn't look like you could customize it, and you know, that kind of makes sense for NFT stuff. Like, why would they let you, you know, change it and stuff? Like, that wouldn't really make sense if they did let you change it and whatever. But like, the whole point, the appeal of like Animal Jam and Fer.al is that you can customize your character and you can make him look however you want, and you can have whatever items you want on them, and like, that's the whole point. And you can have multiple that might look the same, or might look very different, or might look similar, and you can just have, you know, fun with that. You can have some have different colors of stuff. You can have like different variations of the same look where it's just different colors and maybe different animals and stuff. With Cinder, it's like you can only play as a Fae, and you can't like choose how the Fae looks when you generate it. And it's like, what the fuck? So yeah. Also with the no gameplay and no mini games, it's like, it's basically just like a chat room, pretty much. Like, all you can do is hang out in Shattered Bay and just talk to people, do emotes and whatever. Like, that's literally it. I like, what would really be the appeal of that? Like, I guess if people just wanna make friends with people and talk to people, then it's like, I don't know, whatever. But like, this is supposed to be a game, not, you know, just a chat room. Like, they showed it as like a game and stuff, and characters, you know, running around and doing stuff and whatever. And also in the live stream, they talked about it being kind of like Pokemon Go kind of thing, or like some Pokemon kind of thing where you can like battle and stuff or something like that, which sounds kind of weird. I don't know. And you can like level up your character and stuff, and then like make it so your character is like more rare or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but whatever, I guess. So I don't know. Also, just as a little extra, whatever, I hate how the Fae walking around in Cinder. I don't think it's the same in Fer.al. I mean, I guess it's pretty much the same thing, but I don't think I really seen the Fae run or walk in Fer.al. I think they just fly mostly, so yeah, I don't like how they walk and run in Cinder, because it looks weird. It doesn't look right. It's just a really weird whatever. Also, for their live stream and everything, you know, WildWorks is just money hungry at this point. Like, they don't actually care about the fan base or anything. They just want money and whatever. It's like, sure, they have to pay their employees and stuff and whatever, but like, you literally had a dedicated fan base for like 2 other games, and you completely abandoned them. And it's like, why would anyone pay money for a game that's not really getting anywhere and not really doing anything? And Animal Jam Classic doesn't have any updates anymore. Fer.al's not having any updates anymore. And then you also threatened to shut down Fer.al, so it's like, what's the point in playing then if you're just gonna like abandon it and like, you know, shut it down? Like, abandoning it is bad enough, but if you're gonna shut it down when people paid money for this game, fuck you. Like, just fuck you. Also, you threaten to abandon or like shut down Fer.al if people don't pay for whatever stuff. But then you take away the ability to pay for sparks. Because last time I checked, in the spark menu thingy, you couldn't, like, there was nothing listed there. There was no, whatever. I think in my last video, I think I was talking about Cinder and I had Fer.al in the background where I was just running around and stuff, and I looked in the sparks thing and there was no sparks stuff. Like, I don't know, or maybe that was some other time that I checked that and there was no sparks stuff, but yeah, you couldn't buy sparks, so it's like they literally just want you to pay money for their stuff. It's just like, what the fuck? And yeah, it's like, if you're not gonna get any money if you're gonna abandon your previous shit that had dedicated fan bases. Also, you ruined any whatever with this stupid NFT shit. So, you may have gotten people who like NFTs and cryptos and stuff and whatever on like Cinder and whatever, but like, you know, you lost so many other people. Like, I mean, there's still people that play Animal Jam Classic. Like, every time I go on there, there's still so many people in the one like area. And then same like thing with Animal Jam Play Wild, but Animal Jam Play Wild, like, they still update that game, so that's a little bit different there. And Fer.al, there was a community that was on a lot. Like, there's a lot of people each time I went on there, but now if I go on there, there's barely anyone. Like, there's like no one at all. And it's kind of, there's probably only like 5 people around when I spawn into City Fair. So, there used to be like a bunch of people, like 20, 30 people around when I spawned in City Fair there when booting up the game. But now there's only like 5 or 10. There's like barely anyone now because you fucked it up for yourself. No one wants anything to do with your shit if, whatever. And then they claim it's been months of work, and kind of towards the end of the live stream that they did, they said it was like months of work and stuff. Like, I mean, if you add in Fer.al to that whole thing, then sure, maybe. But like, if you take Fer.al out of that and then you just look at, oh hey, they just copied this game's code over, changed a couple things here and there. That's like, how has it been months of work if, you literally just copied another game's code over? Like, that's all you did, pretty much, is just copy a game's code over to another thing and changed, like, the colors of the HUD and whatever. Like, that's literally what they did. So, like, Fer.al is usually blue and stuff, and then Cinder is, like, orangey yellow for the HUD. You can see it in the gameplay there. On the top left corner, it has, like, those orange crystal things, and like the map and whatever with on the top right, the map has like, an orange arrow, and then it shows which way you're facing, and it has like this cone thing, and it's orange. In Fer.al, that's all blue, and it's like, that's that's like one of those teeny tiny things that they changed. It's like, is this really that different from Fer.al when all you do is change like the colors of a couple things and whatever? And then they also said that it will have different lore and stuff for the background of the game. It's like, Fer.al didn't really have that much lore anyways, so I don't know what you're talking about for that, really. So, Fer.al kind of just like, oh hey, there's queens, they went missing, and yeah, I don't think they went anywhere with that. And they're like, oh, they're sleeping and whatever. They don't want to wake up. And then, like, I don't think anything else really happened with that. I don't think they were going anywhere with that. It was such a weird whatever. They were just like, maybe had a couple people working on updates for the game for the last little bit, and it wasn't even updates because they probably only had like 1 or 2 people working on it. And then they're like, hey, can you make it look like the game's going, but it's not, just so people don't get angry? And yeah, so it's like they didn't do anything with that. They didn't go anywhere with that. It's pretty stupid and whatever, but you know. And then also in the live stream and stuff, they said that we as a player base didn't care about Fer.al, and it seemed like that's what they said anyways. There was something about like they're, I guess, explaining what they do and stuff, and they're like, we made the Animal Jam for a younger audience, and then we made Fer.al for like a more older-ish audience, like teenagers and whatever, and they didn't seem to care, so we went ahead and made Cinder. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you serious in the way that like we didn't care about Fer.al? More like you're the ones that didn't fucking care. Like, this fan base fucking loves that game. I can, like, you know, the music is great, the art is great, the character models for the avatars and stuff are fucking cool. The character customization is pretty cool with like you can put like tattoos and stuff anywhere on your animal. With Animal Jam, like it's a set thing and whatever. And then like, you know, the characters that you get to go talk to around the maps and stuff, like, you know, a lot of people liked, you know, a lot of the different characters. And it's like, you know, a lot of people liked doing these things. And then also it's like people dedicated time into like their looks and their dens and stuff. And it's like, how can you say that the Fer.al player base did not care about this game? If no one cared about, no one would play it. There's still people playing it, not very many it seems like, but there's still people playing it even after you said you would shut it down. There's still people playing it, there's still people that care about it. This is like one of the most dedicated fan bases ever. Even after all this shit has happened, there's still people that fucking love this game. I still like it. It's you know, it's a beautiful game, and you just threw it in the trash. Like, some people can't even pay for stuff, and then you're just gonna threaten them with it to shut it down. Like, also, why the fuck would people pay for a game if you're just gonna be like, oh, we're gonna shut it down? Like, why the fuck would anyone pay for it after that? If you're just gonna shut it down, why would anyone pay for it? Also, people were like, what the fuck, after they announced that they were gonna like possibly shut it down for whatever, and then people were like, what the fuck, I paid for stuff on this game, like I, you know, bought Sparks and whatever, and it's like, you know, you're just gonna throw it in the trash after people did already like buy Sparks and whatever. Like, are you fucking serious? I don't understand why the fuck they thought that was a good idea, and just be like, oh yeah, we're just, like, obviously it takes, you know, money for running servers and stuff, but like, you know, are you really going to shut it down after people paid for it and after people are like still playing the game? What about Animal Jam Classic? Are you gonna shut that down even though people paid for stuff and have membership and are still playing the game? Like, there's still a dedicated fan base for Animal Jam Classic even though you don't do shit with that game. You haven't updated it since the eco items have been added to that game. When did the eco items get added to Animal Jam Classic? Like, yeah, let's see. When eco items were added. Okay, so eco shop, July 2nd, 2020. Like, that was the last update that really had anything that was, like, slightly major. And, you know, that was how long ago? We're in 2022 now, so it's been, like, a year and a half or some shit. Right? Like, you know, this was, like, the last update that had really anything that was, like, kind of big and important, and even then it wasn't really big and important. Also, between this and like another update, like it had been a while since anything. So I don't know. They haven't done anything with classic very much either. So I don't fucking know. I don't get why they just, like, what the fuck? Like, what is WildWorks doing? What is Clark Stacy doing? Like, or I guess, should I say Corn Stacy? Or Clown Stacy or some shit like that? I don't know. Whatever. The fandom kinda just whatever with that shit. But yeah, so it seems like they just, even with Cinder, it seems like they don't really whatever, because they're just, hey, here's only Shadow Bay, and all you can do is talk in it and whatever. Like, all you can do is just sit around and talk. Like, sure, people like chat rooms and whatever, but this is supposed to be a video game. I don't see any video game stuff, really. All you can do is run around one little map. And they said that they would open other areas up for like a day or a week or something and be like, oh hey, can we get feedback on this, and like close it again? Like, I don't know, that sounds weird. If you're gonna like close it again, like sure you can tweak it and stuff, but why do you have to close the entire map? Like, if you want people to be in other areas and stuff and not just the same old area all the time, then, you know, why not keep it open? Like, why should everyone be stuck in Shattered Bay? Shattered Bay's not even the best part of the map either. Like, what about Blood Tundra? Like, I get Blood Tundra, at least from a Fer.al, whatever. Like, but Blood Tundra's kind of big compared to Shattered Bay, but why not at least open City Fair too? Like, City Fair is pretty cool. It has nice music. It's pretty nice. Like, it looks nice and whatever. And like Shattered Bay, I don't know. It's a little compared to the other ones. And then there's Marsh, which also is pretty nice. It's like a swampy kind of whatever. It's like, you know, what about other stuff? All they had listed there was Shattered Bay, City Fair, and one of the other maps. I think, was it Marsh? I don't know. But, you know, they didn't really care to have any of the other things shown there on the map. So, it's kind of like, what about the other ones? Like, are you not gonna have them there? Are you not gonna have Blood Tundra? Like, a lot of people love Blood Tundra. Actually, in like teasers and stuff, they did show Blood Tundra and whatever other map areas that's from Fer.al. So yeah, if you go on like, I don't know, what is it, their Instagram or whatever other social media stuff, they actually like have short little clips or screenshots of like the different maps and stuff. It's like, you literally just took this from Fer.al. It's literally like, you probably like took your camera or whatever into Fer.al and just panned it across wherever, and it's like, you know, it's literally the same thing. No one would see a difference, you know. Yeah, there's no difference there, so you could have just panned it across wherever and that be it, pretty much. So, I don't know, it's pretty dumb there. And then the camera feature, same fucking thing, of course. The player cards, where if you put in someone's name, or if you put, you know, if you click on someone's whatever, and then their little player card will come up, literally the same thing as Fer.al, of course. Like, you know, the UI or HUD is literally the same thing. All they did was change the colors of the little crystal things and the map things. So it's literally the same fucking thing with like a lot of stuff. The loading screens are the same, pretty much. I don't know if the animations for the Fae are the same. They probably are, or at least pretty similar to the Fer.al ones, because, you know, why would they really be the same? Or why wouldn't they be the same? Also, why would they be the same, actually? So, you know, I don't know. But, also it's like, you pay 150, I think, maybe 155 so if someone was on the whitelist, they paid 150, and then someone wasn't on the whitelist, they paid 200. And it's like, you know, you want to pay that much money for an NFT just to have it possibly be pretty much the same as someone else's, or pretty much the same as one of the ones that you already have. And, you know, that's one of the shitty parts of that whole thing for it generating random stuff there. It's pretty much the same thing, or it could be the same thing. Someone in the Discord actually said that, and also they said that the randomization of the Fae thing can probably end up just looking like as if you randomized the whatever look on your animal in Animal Jam. It's just like, I mean, yeah, I guess it can look probably the same if you have like whatever clothing items and stuff on it. Or I guess if you only have a couple clothing items here and there, and then you randomize it, and it's just like some random weird crap here. So yeah, it's kind of just what the fuck, ends up looking really weird and kind of shitty. Did I forget to say that the gameplay for the background of this video is from the live stream? It's not from, like, I didn't do anything for Cinder. Like, why would I do that anyways? I saw people, if you watch Keck, and he had like whatever gameplay in the background of his video for his Cinder video. If you want to go watch that, you can just go look for Keck and it should come back up. And it's just like, people were like, is that your gameplay? And it's like, no, there's just like live streams and stuff that, and trailers and whatever that they put out and whatever for gameplay stuff. So, yeah, and then, what else for whatever shit? Yeah, it's kind of just, you know, everyone kind of knows whatever basic stuff and whatever. Also, like, live stream that I mentioned that they had comments turned off and stuff, and they had like no likes and whatever. I wonder, like, I could go on the Discord and see what people are talking about here. And yeah, so there's, you know, people talking about whatever stuff. Oh my gosh, is there actually whatever? Oh, okay, it's not a Cinder Reddit, but someone made a post on or wait, is it? Okay, I don't think, yeah, okay, it's not a Cinder Reddit. Okay, no, it's not. I was like, is there a Reddit here really? But like, someone, I guess, did a thing on some NFT Reddit or whatever, and they're like, it's the only post on Reddit about Cinder. Okay. And people are just talking about like whatever money stuff and whatever, and how it's $100 and whatever for an avatar. But yeah, it's kind of just shit. Oh, like it's the people are talking about how the star fragments page is blank. I guess it is still blank there. And they're asking if it's supposed to happen. So they're just wanted to have a dragon before WildWorks slapped Fer.al's existence into oblivion. At least let me have it, WildWorks. Yeah. Star fragments are broken right now, you can't buy them. They're supposedly working on a fix. Yeah, sure they are. Sure they are. Whatever for other stuff. People are just kind of posting memes in this one. Go to the actual normal Fer.al, whatever. And then, so, yeah, people were just talking about, like, cooldowns and stuff, because, you know, on the Discord you can have, like, cooldowns and stuff, and sometimes they have it where it's, like, 10 fucking minutes for the cooldown on there. And then, yeah, just what actual development went to Cinder? I can't think of anything in the game that isn't ripped off from Fer.al. Generally, did they develop it at all? Nope. Like, literally all they did was change a few colors here and there and stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty dumb. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. I was just, like, confused of what this person was saying for a second. I thought they were saying that Fer.al hasn't been on since Mint, but I was just like, or Cinder hasn't been on since the Mint thing was happening, but okay. But whatever. So, you think they're gonna add anything else to Cinder, or is that it? Literally it? No trading, no minigames, no NPCs, no other worlds, no accessories, no decals. Just walking, running, talking. They did it, boys. They dug a grave even more in the dirt. Yeah, I think, like, on the stream, yeah, they were talking about it being, like, Pokemon or whatever, and it's just like, I don't know. Sounds kind of weird there. And every creature caught will be unique and can be sold as an NFT. It's kind of, you know, weird. Like, yeah, compare your shitty game to Pokemon, which is, like, one of the biggest games and franchises out there. Like, there's games, shows, like, a bunch of stuff for Pokemon, and then you're gonna compare your shitty NFT game to that, something like that. Like, I'm sure you could be like, oh, it's similar to whatever, but like, bruh. He doesn't even know what he wants. He's really just jumping on any bandwagon he sees. Yeah, they literally only jumped on the NFT thing because they saw that it was popular. It's like they're trying to gain relevancy again or some shit, because like Jam Classic, they literally abandoned it for nothing, and then like, you know, I mean, I guess they kind of abandoned Jam Classic for Play Wild, but you know, they're basically the same game. They even have it where it's like, if you get membership on one, then you get membership on the other or whatever, if you have it where they're like the same kind of whatever. I think if you have like the same name on them or something, or like they're under the same kind of whatever, then you can have it like that. So they claim they'll be adding Pokemon battles later. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought, where it's like they're adding Pokemon battle kind of shit. Like, that seems a little weird. Not gonna lie, I'd rather just play real Pokemon. I just bought Pokemon Sword. In all seriousness, it sounds like a promising terms of cryptocurrency market. Yeah, I don't know. They're just, whatever. But that's something in common all NFT crypto bros have in common. They get passionate about their project, then they are blind and butthurt to criticism. This is separates good content creators from bad ones. Yeah. I remember talking about how people were excited to get rare NFTs and I'm sitting there thinking it sounds like they're making it up on the spot. Hey, Pokemon is popular, let's see if we can do the same thing, but with NFTs. Yeah, they claimed they'd add monster battles to Fer.al too, but looks like at the one Mud Monster quest. Yeah, I guess apparently they claimed that Fer.al would have Pokemon battle kind of shit. I don't know. I want my game to be like this one, and one of those ones pretty much confirmed the game has no actual direction. Yeah, kinda, Is anyone surprised, though? I assume the Cinder attacked Clark was gonna throw a tantrum since slow mode 2 minutes and he changed slow mode or chat was too fast, so mods put on slow mode. I don't know. Nothing happened. WildWorks just has issues with people having conversations about Cinder stream, I guess. Yeah. It looks like they put slow mode on longer for the Fer.al Discord because of the live stream, and it's like they don't want people to talk about the stream and everything, so I honestly can't generally not get over the fact that we can play Fer.al for free with more features, locations, etc. And the people have to pay like $200 to get one character in a game with 0 functions other than chat and walking. Yeah, that's literally just, the people that were playing Cinder were kind of like, what the fuck, because there's literally no gameplay in Cinder. All it is you stand around or walk around and talk to people, and that's it right now. They said they'll add other stuff, but it's like, how long do we have to wait for that? Because you stalled this game like a couple months, or at least twice, so it's kind of like, bruh. So I don't know, it's weird. The way we have a more complete game for practically free compared to them, even for every SP you're spending. Yeah, we have more of a complete game than Cinder does from Fer.al. And then, yeah, I guess there's just some people talking. I'm still generally shocked that the gateway to entry is over $100. No shock in the world could imagine being that high on first going public unless the company is already ridiculously established, which WildWorks is definitely not. Like the Disney Plus, when Disney they announced it, they were like, hey, here's this new streaming platform that we're making, we're gonna put all of our Disney stuff on there, whatever Pixar stuff on there too, and whatever other stuff that Disney kind of like owns now. So like Marvel and Star Wars that weren't originally Disney but now are because they bought them, and they released Disney Plus, and then so many people were flooding into that because Disney's a massive company, so of course there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to be flooding in once the gates are open for Disney Plus. WildWorks is not that kind of thing. Like, WildWorks is literally a fucking ant compared to what Disney is. Disney is literally like, what's the tallest skyscraper or tower or some shit, and then like WildWorks is a fucking ant compared to, like, a massive building or some shit. Like, so I don't really understand how a shit ton of people just, like, bought all of this stuff, and it's just, like, I don't really get. And maybe people were buying multiple, like, one person was buying multiple, another person was buying multiple. Maybe people were, like, who were worked for WildWorks were buying multiple just to, you know, try to make it look like it was a big thing. And, you know, for all the NFTs that were being bought for Fer.al or Cinder, like, there's literally not that many people in the game with them in the live stream. Like, there's like 20-30 people maybe in the thing, so it's like, you know, what the fuck. I see no passion and love in any NFT project, as all art should be. Art is for emotions, a way to express. Maybe this is how I feel because I used to be an art major. There's no express, just corporate format, no creativity. Yeah. Like, art is supposed to be, like, from the soul, basically, and then they're just whatever. Also, no idea, they probably didn't know about if it was. We were just watching the Cinder stream and talking about peacefully, then everything changed when the WildWorks nation attacked. If he adds something similar to Pokemon, can't we just make a lawsuit? Yeah, I don't know. Come on, y'all know Kark isn't original. I'm getting mixed signals from their actions. It's amazing so easy to make cult nowadays. Yeah, that's kinda whatever. Also, I kind of thought of this as an example for this kind of thing. It's like as if Cinder and Fer.al, you know. So we got these games that are basically the same fucking thing. Obviously, Cinder sucks and is very much inferior to Fer.al. And, so if anyone's seen, like, Shane Dawson movies, I never watched Shane Dawson movies before, but I've watched videos about people talking about them. And there is this one movie that Shane Dawson made, and it was basically supposed to be this thing where him and one other person got basically the same script and, like, the same character or whatever, and they were just basic little whatever. And so it was basically just a basic script board, like a basic little script thing, basic character things. And obviously Shane Dawson's movie sucked, and the other person's movie was, you know, probably not that bad. But of course, Shane Dawson has a massive fucking platform, and all of his 12-year-old fans voted for him on the thing to have it actually be, like, whatever, so it's, like, really shitty. So Cinder is basically the Shane Dawson movie of this whatever. It's like basically two people got the same basic thing for like, oh hey, make a game that's, you know, whatever, and make sure you have these features in the game and whatever. And it's like, it's literally just, you know, Cinder is the shitty version of Fer.al. So, you know, and then they're, like, prioritizing the shitty game over the game that was actually pretty good. So, you know, that I just wanted to make that example of something like that, just to kind of, you know, I don't know, help people kind of understand it a little more and whatever, the whole thing here. You know, anyways, back to the Discord thing. If you want to go to the Fer.al Discord, you can. I'm sure you can get it, the Fer.al Discord, from, like, a website, like the Fer.al website, or, like, the Fer.al wiki or something. And then, so I'm gonna go back to that. Someone says, I've seen crypto bros talking about how Cinder cannot be a scam since it's only NFT game that already working and has been developed, but then go and completely ignore the shutdown, the idea that all the assets were taken from the previous game. Yeah, literally. Like, also this, like, Cinder is literally not as developed as Fer.al either. Like, it's barely a game. It's literally not even a game, so, like, I don't get how they can, whatever. I can't believe a bunch of crypto bros just paid $200 to beta test a game that you can already play for free. Yeah, you can literally play it for free, and you can customize your character. So yeah. Anyways, everything is just a carbon copy of the game that was basically abandoned without warning. You would think that would set off some of the red flags for crypto idiots, but yeah, I think the crypto idiots are too dumb to realize the red flags there. So, someone said something about, like, so that one person said, add something similar to Pokemon, can't that make a lawsuit? Yeah, I don't think so. And then someone responded to that, Pokemon only owns the name brand of Pokemon. They can't sue anyone for a Pokemon style game because they don't own that. Yeah, that's like as if Call of Duty was going to sue another first person shooter just because it's a first person shooter. Like, you can't, no. That's also like people saying, like, Overwatch and Paladins are just copies of each other or whatever, and it's like, no. Just because they're in the same, like, genre doesn't mean they're copies of each other. Or it would be like League of Legends and Heroes of the Storm are copies of each other or whatever, and like, how are they copies of each other just because they're like MOBAs or whatever? Like, so that doesn't really work. Otherwise, they could sue Digimon and countless other titles. Yeah, they can't even. Yeah, you can't really, whatever, for that. Literally, no game would cost over $100. Edit, wait, $200? Yeah, usually games, when a game is newly released, it probably costs only like $60. And, like, I think if like Detroit Become Human, I'm pretty sure that was like $60 when that game was released. Of course, it depends game to game, but like Detroit was, you know, that is a massive game, and there was so much put into that game and stuff. So of course that game's gonna be like $60. But yeah, no other game is really gonna be like $100 or $200. I could get a bunch of games on Steam for that. Yeah, you could get a bunch of games for $100, $200, and like, you know, some Steam games only cost like $1, so you could probably get like 70, 80 games or something like that. If they all costed like $1 to $5 or something like that. Or a couple Switch games or like a bunch of Pokemon cards. Yeah. That projects that promise game eventually by comparing it looks good if you ignore the ones that with more complete games. Beta test a game with no content. Yeah, like, why would you beta test a game with no content? Like, you're literally just sitting in a room. Many of the old Fer.al bugs, yeah, they literally copied the code over, so it's gonna have the same bugs and stuff. Just a ripoff of Shatter Bay instead of the whole ton of other locations that Fer.al actually has. Clark has said that his game will borrow elements from Monster Hunter, Tamagotchi? What? And Pokemon. He also said Minecraft is low quality. Leave it up to crypto-bros to think they can implement everything that's popular and think it will mesh well. Yeah, that makes no fucking sense. They make false promises to the crypto-bros. Yeah, how the F in Monster Hunter would be implemented. I don't really know much for Monster Hunter, so I don't really know how that is. But like Tamagotchi, I don't know about that one really. Pokemon, I don't know, but like Minecraft? Like how the fuck would Minecraft be added in? That makes no fucking sense. So, yeah, if you wanna, whatever, if you can go on the Fer.al Discord and stuff, just to, whatever. I'm saying Fer.al was a test game is already a big lie. Why didn't they test out things they wanted for Cinder and Fer.al then? I don't know, it just don't make sense. But this is WildWorks time talking about. Of course, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's like if Fer.al was supposed to be a testing thing for Cinder, then, you know, what the fuck. It's a copy paste, and so all the Fer.al bugs being in Cinder is likely. Yep, they literally copied all of the code over. So, yeah, anyways, this video is very long. So yeah, I think that'll be kind of it for this video. Again, if you want to go like check out the Fer.al Discord and talk in there about all the bullshit that's happening, then you can. And whatever, this is just, you know, whatever, talking about Fer.al and stuff and how shitty WildWorks is and whatever. But yeah, so anyways, I guess that's it for this video. So I guess bye then.